Hi, it's Carleen here, founder and director of Gut Health Nutrition. I'm here in my kitchen today to share with you some of my top ingredients for health that I use every day in my cooking. So the kitchen is a wonderful place. It's a hub of healing, and the ingredients that you use, if you've got a well-stocked pantry, you've always got things on hand, not only for gut health, but for your family's overall health and for your health as well. So the kitchen is a powerful place of healing, and it's good to spend a little bit of time here. Some of the things that I love to look out for and things that go into a number of my recipes for health and healthful benefits, and certainly for gut health, is to find different types of seaweeds that I put into my cooking. So things like dulse flakes, which is a very fine seaweed flake. It actually looks a little bit like fish food. Adds a beautiful salty flavour to things, and it adds a wealth of different minerals, not just iodine, but all sorts of minerals such as calcium and magnesium, phosphorus, zinc, all the vitamin A, B, C and E, all in there. And I just sprinkle this into so many of my recipes, into my soups, into my broths, etc. I'm always adding dulse flakes to really boost the nutritional value, but also bring more fibres. There's as many vegetables in the sea as there is on the land, so I like to take advantage of that. Wakame is another one that I use a lot of. Again, it's a lovely fine powder, a different quality to it, to the dulse flakes, where dulse flakes is a lot more salty. The wakame is more green and reminds me a lot of spinach, actually. Again, a full profile of different minerals and nutrients that are available in there, but also really good for your gut health. Go for clean sources, some organic, etc., because the sea can be toxic as well. So there's other types of seaweeds that I get. They've all got different names. This one's called hijiki. So I'm looking for finer powders that are going to break down beautifully in a casserole or into a bone broth, or even when I'm making things like frittata, etc. I'll add seaweed to it just as a matter of course. I've always got seaweed on hand, and if I'm lucky, I find some beautiful strips of kelp that I can just break off and add into things like soups, etc. And that packs a real punch of nutrition, as well as having all of those beautiful fibres in there as well. So very lucky to get a few sticks of full kelp there. And other things that I'm looking for often when I'm shopping, and I'll have my eyes out for different types of grocers, so Asian grocers, Indian grocers, etc. I'm always going in and having a look to see what you can find. They often have a huge variety of spices, etc. And I get adventurous and buy things, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. So mushrooms are an absolute must on my list. Again, I'm buying dried mushrooms and I'm adding them to lots of different recipes, whether it's a healing broth, whether it's a beautiful casserole. Adding a few shiitake mushrooms are great, high in beta-glucans, really great for healing. They often come already cut. You can get them fresh as well, and I love buying them fresh. Or you can get little ones that are quite stringy, but the shiitake mushrooms and all the benefits of the fibre in shiitake mushrooms, as well as things like the tremella mushroom, which is the white fungus and very high in collagen. Just pop that into a casserole, into a soup. It comes out almost like a noodle, and you can eat it. It's vegan, so it's great for adding collagen into a vegan diet, and it's going to help with boosting immunity, boosting your collagen, so helping things like your skin and hair health, any skin conditions. Tremella mushroom, it's considered the beauty mushroom, so I love having a little bit of white mushroom on hand. And then the other things that I love to grab are things like the black fungus, which actually just looks like a noodle. It's actually been stripped into a noodle shape, and you just add that to a soup. So it's like a noodle, but in actual fact, you're having a beautiful type of healing fungus that is easily added. And some of the other things that I grab are more medicinal, so things like cordyceps flower. Again, it comes out looking a bit like a noodle by the time you've cooked it. It's long yellow strips and provides a noodle-like consistency into any soup, but full of healing properties. So pop over to my YouTube channel to see what I'm making next in the kitchen. It's going to be something specifically for gut health. It might be a seasonal recipe, but it's always worth a look to see what ingredients I'm putting into the next thing. Everything feeds your gut bacteria, and so it's important to be mindful about what you're putting in, but also what you're leaving out.